Hey, it's time to tighten up with TP.
Name is Patrick Edouard, man, and I've been with ABC School of Soccer for 12 years now. Yeah, I've been working with ABC School of Soccer. So, I'm the former president of the ABC School of Soccer. And so we've been training a lot of children and from different levels, from the age of 8 to semi-professionals. So, so what got me to be a coach is because I've started to help young people, with the game, and then I become. That's what make me feel the possibility I have to become a coach. So when I created a basic school of soccer and it opened different doors, different windows, other schools are looking at me and stuff like that, and they see the way I coach.
My name is Ludwig Edouard, co-founder of ABC School of Soccer. Like Patrick said, we've been around since around 2008 or so. I started training back on the East Coast and I moved here. So since I moved here, I've been training a couple of players and we grew. Yeah. We grew out in Southern California, which was great. So background, been playing the game, same with Patrick. Remember, he's like my very first coach. Been playing it since I was like 3 or 4 years old. So showed me how to kick the ball and grew up from there. Love the game. I've been playing it from however, like using the lemon and the lime, oranges, barefooted, whatever it is, rocks. So the love for the game is in me. Yeah. We love the game. So then, and now we get to teach young players about the game. We get to teach them how to improve their skills, knowledge of the game, tactical, any part of the game. So this is why I love the game now.
Yeah, there's gonna be questions because I already have questions just based off of what was just said. Right. So there's the age difference. What's the age difference?
4 years difference.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're 1 and you're now 5. There's 4 years. And you're a 5-year-old teaching the 1-year-old how to play. 2, 6, and it just keeps going.
Right.
You know what I mean? That way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The other thing I'm sure that's going to come up, people's going to hear your accent. So tell them where you're from.
Yeah. I'm from Haiti. We're from Haiti. Grew up in Haiti.
All right. So let's talk about that. Right. See, we can segue right into that. Right. So Haiti, during your time, like what was the atmosphere like then in Haiti?
It was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Of course, Haiti always have political issues.
Yeah.
But as far as life itself, you wake up in the morning, the weather was nice, the houses they were built. I mean, everyone in the neighborhood got along together,
Yeah.
So it was beautiful. And then every afternoon there was a game going on.
Yeah.
So all the little kids was watching the professionals or semi-professionals playing.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful countries. Weather was nice, not too hot. You can go to the beach whenever you want, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. The one thing I like about Haiti is it's like when people are talking about freedom.
Yeah.
That's where the real freedom lies. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
It's just that. Where you can go wherever you want to go.
Well, define that. Like, what does that look like? Does that mean that I can crack a brew, walk down the street, and I don't have to worry about the law enforcement coming and saying, "Hey, you drinking in public" or something like that? Or
no, not like that.
Freedom to because you can go to some countries. What is it? I think it's China. If you spit on the floor, you know what I mean. You're going like if you're outside, you spit on the ground. I think it's China, but you go to jail.
No, we weren't like that.
But so when you say freedom, like, what do you mean?
When I mean freedom, man, I mean like you asked about the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The way you live. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, like I used to run since I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. I used to actually run miles, okay? And sometimes on the road when you're passing by and you see mango trees and everything like that, and you can just pass by and just pick up mangoes and just sit down on the side of the road. You just eat, and you find nobody's not gonna tell you anything. It's just like it's just the sense of freedom that you have.
Yeah.
It's just like people call it here like entitlement, but it's not about entitlement. It's just the way it is, the lifestyle. The coolness of nobody's bugging you or whatever. You know what I mean?
So it's like a sense of community.
Yeah.
Like a sense of heritage and pride and you know what I mean, the culture and
right.
Just the people, the land, like everything. Now, do you have that element where you have to sort of? I've never been there before, and would love to go there. Do you have that element where you can be in certain areas in California and you got to watch your back type of deal? You know what I mean? Do you have that type of situation? Because when I think of freedom, I think of I don't have to watch my back. I'm not worried about no cops. I'm not worried about any crazy stuff happening. I can be free.
Well, I mean, everywhere you go, there is like there are some things like that, but it's not. Nowadays it's a little bit different the way it is the system. The way things are, because many people become Americanized But in my time frame when I was living there, because I left Haiti when I was 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
And he was 10 years old when he left. So therefore, so during that time frame, there was like nobody that was like after you, and you can actually walk the street. You can go anywhere,
Yeah.
Nobody's not gonna bother you or bother anyone. And even if you see something like whatever, it's just,
yeah.
And it's just the life. I mean, us as children, imagine we can actually go to the beach ourselves, walk the street. Nobody's gonna bother us, and other people go, this is so and so's child. This is so and so's child. So somebody will know you, and they don't care, and you can actually go anywhere, sit down, and actually eat with someone's house or whatever.
So it's literally the village. It's literally like the village. You know what I mean? So that they say it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's literally like you have a family environment.
Right. Yeah. But imagine a village system. Yeah. In a city, like in a city, like like I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, because the city we're from, wasn't the capital.
What city is that?
Gonaive.
Okay.
Gonaive. So Gonaive wasn't the capital, but it was had a strong value. They admired their freedom.
Yeah.
So they were one of the city that kind of like if there's election going on, they have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So the personalities there were strong personalities.
Right.
They knew their history.
Yeah.
So you can't fool them really.
Right.
But then again, everyone look over each other. Everyone, has their own roles, and they know whose family you're from, and but at the same time, everyone was chill also. Yeah,
that's cool. Is a lot of your family still there?
No.
So when you moved 1410, everybody moved.
Everybody moved
except
once.
my older sister. She was still there.
She's still there now?
No, she actually moved later on.
Okay, so the move, where did you move to?
Florida.
Florida. So that's not too far away.
Kind of.
It's far from Haiti?
No, it's about like the flight was about like 3 hours, 2.5 hours, man.
Right, that's not too far.
It's not too far.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's not too far from Florida. So how long were you in Florida? Because that's where you played. That's where you did a lot of your playing, right?
Oh yeah, we did a lot of playing.
Right. So you moved to Florida. Everybody but your oldest sister moves up. You were 14 at the time. So how old was your sister?
My sister. Oh my gosh. My sister gave me. My sister probably was like 16, 17, 18.
So she was like a young adult. She was pretty much a young adult.
Yeah, because we have 4 sisters.
Okay.
We have 4 sisters.
She's the oldest of the sisters or the youngest of the sisters?
She wasn't 18, Patrick. She already had a child. So
no I'm talking about
Kathleen.
Jordan, man.
Kathleen was the one who stayed back.
the one you're talking about, the one that stays back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
the older sister.
My
The oldest one.
my older sister, she was old. I say probably like on 20s, late 20s.
Late 20s.
She was in her late 20s.
Late 20s, yeah.
Early 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Early 30s.
So if you have 4 older sisters, there's 6 of you, or do you have a younger brother?
Oh, we have seven of us.
There's 7 of you.
Yeah.
So is there another girl or another boy?
I have an older brother.
You have an older brother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The older brother is he's a chief in the Navy, so.
He's a chief in the Navy.
No.
So how does it go? Does it go boy, girl, 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 boy, boy?
Yeah. It was
No.
girl,
Girl.
and boy. Girl, boy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's 4 boys though.
No, that's 3.
Three boys.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
I thought okay.
Yeah.
I messed that up. Right.
Yeah. Yes, 4
Okay.
girls though.
4
So-
sisters and 3 boys.
Are you all still in contact?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. Ah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
we're tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's even with your brother who's in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
He's retired now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was gonna say when he's active, he probably doesn't have as
Yeah.
much time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Mhm.
See, I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
All this time I've known you, I did not know that.
We're deep, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
very.
Very deep.
Don't get in a fight with that family. They're bringing the whole pound.
Oh, man.
Everybody, little brother's coming, little sister's coming. That is cool, man. I did not know that. So
Yeah.
let me ask you something, right? So if you were to go back to your period of Haiti prior to moving, what is your most impactful memory?
Ooh.
Like, what is that memory that sticks with you the most about being in Haiti?
Oh man, the beach, man.
Like, take me to a moment though. Like, help me to visualize a moment to place me there.
Okay,
Mhm.
imagine there is a place they call the wharf, right? It's like where the big boats usually come. And then there is an area you can actually just walk in there. You see
Mhm.
all the big boats and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And then you walk in the area, and then you see a bunch of young people in the same age group working with you, and you see the
Yeah.
beautiful little young girls and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And then, while you're approaching one beach, and it's like you can hear the sound of the musics.
Yeah.
There are different musics playing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that music right there is just like connecting with the smell of the sea and the way the sea is pounding on the rocks.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just that sound right there. You can't just forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't forget it. And the atmosphere, the music.
Well, take me to a moment for you. Like, what is something that you can think of, and it could be a situation, it could be a place, it could be any of the above, that it always comes to mind. You know what I mean?
To me,
Yeah.
To me, it was the food,
Yeah.
the houses, the way they were built. It wasn't like weak walls. They were like with bricks. But
Yeah.
people think we'd be like, oh, this is very hot. No, the way the houses were built, the doors were open, and the wind is going through the homes, and you're really in the AC.
Right.
It was like, we weren't sweating. It was just,
Right.
it was very blowing. Everything was organic. The mango was organic. Bananas organic. Rice was organic. Everything you ate was organic. Everything was grown.
Yeah.
And the school system also. It was.
Wow.
It was.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's different. Also, the school system is very good, very good. At a younger age, you spoke Creole at home, but at school you spoke French. Everything was taught to you in French, and so there was, as far as tests, there was no multiple choices. So you had to memorize everything, and you had to make sure when you answer everything was in essays form. So that kind of, at a younger age, builds you to be strong either. Also, so yeah.
So you learned everything in French,
Right?
so that is the that is the language, the people. That's the dialect.
No, the dialect of the people is Creole.
All right.
Creole is a mixture of Portuguese, Spanish, French. It's like a broken French, but
Yeah.
when you look deep into the history of Creole, it's a mixture of different languages.
And a dialect from Africa as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but in school, because we were colonized by the French, in school the books were in French. You know, you were taught in French. And then there are
Right.
some family who doesn't speak at their home.
Okay.
They only want the kids to speak French. But there are some my family we said you can speak both. You need
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
You need
Oh
to know
yeah.
both.
Definitely.
They were that open minded. So yeah,
Wow. Especially if you're going to be traveling and you're going to be doing things. that
absolutely,
you know what I
absolutely,
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
So it's what caused the move? Like, do you all know or remember why you moved from Haiti to Florida?
From well, I was 10. From
Okay.
what I remember, you know, kids are hearing parents talking.
Yeah.
My mom had family in New York,
Okay.
but my dad had family in Canada. So he did not want us to move to a country where we have to go back a grade or two to learn the language. But my mom was like, no, that's where most of my families are. My dad was like, no, I want my children to keep going in French and go to Canada so you can just keep going.
Mhm.
Now, a little bit of history about our family. Everybody was a teacher. My dad was a professor. My mom was a professor. So education was huge. So my mom finally went to New York and went to Florida, check out United States, and I think my dad just gave up a little bit. So we all ended up moving to United States.
You know, Mom always gets her way.
Yeah, I see that now.
You're married now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I know what that means. No, but it was actually it wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think they were looking out for us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they were looking out for us. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They wanted what was best for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did you start? Because we're gonna get into the soccer thing too. Like, but when did you start playing soccer? Was that because I don't know if a lot of people realize this. In the U.S., football, American football, is only big in America. Right? Not to say that other countries haven't picked it up, because you have like the European Federation of American Football, you have the German Football League, so you have all these, you know what I mean, leagues that are out there in other countries, and I've worked with a lot of those leagues, so I'm very much aware of them. But a lot of people don't realize that one of the biggest sports on the globe is soccer.
The most popular sport.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You know what I mean? Every country. I mean, I don't care where you are, you're going to find soccer being played.
Right.
So, but for you all, because I imagine that, and I'm basing this off of just videos and documentaries and all kinds of stuff I've seen because I've never been there, but it would appear to me that soccer is big in Haiti.
Yes.
It's huge.
So was that something that you just grew up doing? Like off the jump, or?
I mean, you wake up in the morning. You see it.
Really?
Afternoon, you see it.
Yeah.
That's what people knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, there are a couple of other people that play basketball and stuff like that. People cannot play soccer.
Tennis.
And that play tennis, they play different things. But soccer was the thing. So the neighborhood where we grew up, if you don't know how to play soccer, you're not even a person.
Really?
You're not one of the cool kids.
Really?
You're not cool at all, man.
At all. At all.
So let's put this in context. The girls are looking for the guys who play soccer.
Not necessarily. No, I'm talking about if you want to be one of the guys, one of the cool guys,
right,
walking
amongst the guys.
Yeah.
Amongst the guys.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, amongst the guys.
You can't stick your chest out if you don't know how to play soccer.
Don't show up.
Don't show up.
Really?
Or you get not bitten, but you've been calling names and oh my goodness.
Everyone had a nicknames for you.
Yeah.
And it associated with soccer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
So you grow up and your identity is based in how well you play soccer.
Right.
And if you don't play soccer, your identity is based in you're a sucker because you don't play soccer.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's crazy.
Basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in the soccer world.
Yeah,
the soccer world, you know.
How important was it to you? Like that right there, I get it from a social standpoint.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the social dynamics are sort of centered in some ways around soccer. At the same time, though, you know, when it gets to a point where it plays an impact in your life, your parents are educators. So since your parents are educators, you're exposed to, you know what I mean, post-secondary education. If you're exposed to post-secondary education, and this is huge, soccer is huge, well, guess what? When you go through high school, when you go through college, soccer is there. So if you're in that family where you're going to school,
right?
Period. Right? I imagine that's kind of how it was.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So how does soccer play into that for you?
You brought up a good point, because even though in our soccer world, with the kids, that's how we felt, but with many parents in Haiti, if you play soccer, mostly you play on the street because they didn't have like younger clubs. You were considered vagabond, which means like you know, get off the street.
Yeah.
Get off the street and start playing barefooted. Get off the street, start playing. Go back in the house, and it wasn't like welcome here, like, oh, you play soccer,
right?
Oh, let's do 1-on-1,
right?
No, it was like get off the street, go back home, study.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of like within our age group. Yeah, you weren't cool, but at the same time, you have to sneak out and go play.
Yeah.
And you can't play till you finish studying.
Yeah.
You can't play till you finish your chores. But when you're done and all the fellas got together, you like, oh, there he goes. Heavy footed. So
like in most families, you have to earn the privilege and the right to get out there and play. Because even, you know...
not even earn. Let me correct you that. You have to sneak out. Or you have to wait till at night to actually play.
So it's more than just you got to finish your... It's more than just you got to finish your work, you got to finish your studies. Yeah. Like, even after you're done with that, it's still kind of frowned upon.
Still may not be.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, why is that though? Is it because maybe there weren't as many players who earned a living from it in the environment, or were there a lot of players who, you know, went to the next level where they were able to earn a living? Because even now, you know, they say, you know, so like I play football, right? You only have a certain number of players. It's like 1.5% of the players, I think, go on to the next level, right? So then you spend your entire time focused on trying to do this to not make it. Right? You had a great time. You even got your education paid for. So in many cases, that is the ultimate goal. Get your education paid for. So when you get your education paid for, now it's, okay, either you're going to have the opportunity to go or you're not going to have the opportunity to go. But either way it goes, you got to have a backup plan. At the same time, though, in some families, your backup plan is plan A.
Right.
And plan B is you might be going to the league.
Right.
Why? Because there's no guarantee.
Right.
So could it be that maybe somewhere along the lines, it's like, hey, because that's the big sport. Like out here, it's football. And so for you, if it were soccer there, it's okay. Yeah. But you only have this small percent that goes. You know?
Well, you can
go ahead.
No, I mean, in Haiti, if you look at it, it's like in Haiti, it's like every parent wants their children to be something else. They want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something big, you know.
Yeah.
For like society, whatever.
Right.
Some children don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have that. Not some children. I said some parents. They don't have that. I would say the social life, the money, you know,
the resources,
that's what I was looking for. They don't have the resources to actually become that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, but the ones who are actually a little bit more educated, and that's what they want their children to be. You know what I'm saying? They want their children to be like a doctor or a lawyer, something that can actually help life.
Absolutely.
But imagine it's like children like us, you know, and when we say like for us to go out and we're gonna sneak in to play soccer, and then our parent or someone, a friend of the family saw us they'll go and tell my mom, "Oh, I saw your son playing soccer on the street and this and that and that and that and that."
Right.
And they would go to trouble.
Mm.
And we got in trouble for this.
Mm-hmm.
We would get beat for that. And none of these trouble, we would get beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we would get beat for that.
I remember they sent us to take
Piano lessons. I remember that.
But,
They did that as a punishment?
No.
No.
They paid for us to go get a piano lesson. But
So do you both know how to play the piano?
No. It was when he was getting taught, I was outside playing soccer. When his turn came, then I was getting the lesson, he was outside playing. So the teacher basically said they're not focused at all.
Yeah. Really?
They're not focused at all. Let me tell you how serious this is, Ty. It's it's like everywhere. So parents, we grew up in a country. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's nice, no. So they want the kids to do better in life. Everybody wants that, right? So when you say you're gonna play soccer, it was like, well, what if first thing it goes to head? What if you break your leg? Then what? Who's gonna take care of you? That's one. Number two, what is that gonna bring you? Like you said, what's the next level? It's not like you can get a scholarship to go play. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then number three, the game is everywhere. It's no big deal. You can always play soccer. And then it's also entertainment. It's like, well, look at these older players. They play, and then what else? They either go into sport broadcast or they stay home.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else. And let me tell you, my mom, I don't think my mom ever saw us play a game.
Really?
Yeah. My dad only saw us play once or twice. But my mom, till this day, she's 90 years old, never saw us play a game. Senior night, she was working in high school. I brought home trophies. We brought home medals. You know what to say? Just like, in our language means, what does that mean?
Yeah, but let's put this in its proper context because she's got 7 kids.
Yes.
So,
no, when I say
I
know she never saw us play, but we were back in United States. So everybody was adult and had But
okay.
My point is, that was the mindset.
Yeah.
This is still little Pat, little Lou, kicking the rocks outside, kicking the oranges.
Even though you're older.
Even though we're older, we're training, we're lifting, and we're scoring, we're doing this, we're doing that. Nah, that wasn't big enough for her. Now, did she support us, buy shoes and help us? Yeah. I don't understand that. But the reason why I'm saying this is because eventually I want to talk. There are some children who breaks down just because their parents doesn't show up. Who breaks down because they didn't get to play. Who breaks down mentally because maybe one of their friend or their uncle or somebody did not show up at the game. Our parents did not show up.
No, you said there's a bunch of different, things in there, subjects in there that you talked about that we could really kind of dive into because when you get into sort of the mindset, there's a few things that were going on. One, there is this mindset that this cannot evolve into something amazing. Mm-hmm. Right. So now a ceiling has been placed on you. Mm-hmm. And then there's this thing where if you believe that and you take that on, and because what's happened is their fears, their limitations have been placed on you.
Right.
But I think some of it is because of the exposure, right? Because it's, look at them, these players not doing nothing or they didn't go anywhere. There's just so much going on there. So there's this mindset where you have these limitations and you can't see beyond those limitations.
Right.
And then so those limitations, they're based in fear. Right. Mm-hmm. And it's the fear of scarcity. At the same time, it's the fear of success. It's like, okay, I don't know anybody and I haven't been successful in that particular area.
Right.
Right. Whether it's culturally, whether it's because of exposure, I haven't seen it, it's impossible, whatever, or they knew somebody, whatever it is. Okay. So it's fear and it's based in those things, one or all of them. But then they're placed on you. And so it's hard for somebody to see your potential to go and take off and become this great individual.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not until you sort of pull yourself away where you can focus and you can do that. You know what I mean? Focus on being great, that you will become great. Because if you stay in that environment, unfortunately, it's going to wear on you. It's like being pounded on. You know, it's like dough, right? When you get that dough and then you're pounding on that dough, you're the dough being pounded on. And eventually, you're going to take shape.
Right.
So, and if you don't want to take shape that way, you've got to pull yourself out of it. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, look, to play soccer in Haiti, for instance, like soccer, some of these guys, it's like it's a choice that they have to make. They have a choice to make, for instance, like not go to school so they can actually go at them because they feel like they have a talent.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go at them. I'm going to try. You see, give it a shot. See what's going on.
Yeah.
And see if they're getting into the professional world. Right. And they see that they're good. And other players see like, the coach is like, he can receive the ball very well. He can pass the ball very well. He can actually make a shot and make a pass, connect a pass from one side to the other side. And you'll be like, okay, so that could be a soccer player. So maybe the coach may show up to the parent and say like, your son is pretty good in soccer. We would like to make him play soccer. Will you accept that? And stuff like that. But sometimes the parent don't care. But it's all depends the player. Yeah, I want to keep on playing. So it's basically a choice.
Right.
You make. And sometimes the choice is not perfect because you might get hurt.
Yeah.
And if you get hurt, there is no resource to actually help you.
So what was that like for you? Now you came to Florida. You've been playing this game your whole life. So where did you go from there? Like, did you come over and jump right into soccer in Florida? Or was it a progressive thing? Was it a situation where a coach came, they saw you out there playing, and they were like, hey, we want you to join our team? Like, what was that like for you?
Soccer wasn't big when we came here. It was like 1984.
1984.
Yeah. So whether they see you, I can remember you see talents in PE. Here's the reason why, because when we moved in, we were in bilingual classes. So all the Hispanic kids or kids from different countries that doesn't speak the language, English, so we all were in one class. So when there was PE, we play against each other among ourselves. So that's when you start picking up. You say, okay, but then again, you don't know how to navigate the system. The only thing you can see at the time was, okay, I'm going to go to middle school and I go to high school and play. So, but there were other parts where we were that were constantly training. They had clubs, so we had no knowledge of that. No one, because your parents wake up, they have to try to go get a job, help you. You know what I mean? You come home, but all the siblings didn't have a car then to drive you where you need to go. You have to take the bus. So those opportunities to go play for a club, to get training, that wasn't there. So the main training, which was a blessing in disguise, was every Sunday, these professional players from Haiti.
Who actually migrate from Haiti.
From Haiti to United States.
Are you serious?
Yes. There will be like 3 or 4 games going on. The not skillful older, the kids, or the so-so skillful, and the skilled players will come on like 5 o'clock because they want to get it from the sun. So we were in that environment. Unknowingly, we're in that environment. And for you to be playing by 5 o'clock, you have to be skilled. Not just kick the ball.
No, skill is not the word.
Skill is the word. You have to have fitness, you show it. Physically, you have to be in shape. You have to look apart. And the ball is moving differently. Everyone knows it. Because when they're playing, everyone comes see.
Yeah. And if you step on the field, these guys will call you, what are you here, donkey? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be playing here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. There was no encouragement. Like, oh, don't worry, you get it right. You messed up once, get off the field. No matter how old you are, get off the field.
I imagine that's because you're bred to play this game. You've been playing it since you were young. So when you step on this field, if you have the audacity to believe you have what it takes to be here, to be on this field, and you showed up,
you have to perform.
Better perform.
There was no age.
Bottom line, no excuse.
There was no age.
Wow.
There was no age. You can be 14 playing with 30s. You can be 10, 11, 12. As long as you can handle the ball, carry the ball, you can pass at a speed of play, you on the field.
Wow.
Our name was like the TPT, which is like
TPT, like
which is little one.
Little ones.
That's what they called you?
Let's go little ones.
The little ones.
Yeah.
So you got a name. So clearly you were good.
No. At first. No. But here's the thing though. I was 10, Patrick was 14.
Yeah.
Now, Patrick will get in there and play.
Yeah.
Because, the school where he went in Haiti, they were just soccer players, man. They bred soccer players. It was a Catholic school.
Okay.
They bred soccer players. Patrick had talents. Patrick was doing bicycle kick, side kick since he was like 12.
Wow.
He was a little older. Yeah, that was nothing. So when he stepped on, it was no issue. They can see it. But for me, I had to earn my way. And then I was in elementary, middle school. So I had a back seat to kind of watch what's going on. So yeah. Wow. It was interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So then the training was different. So Patrick took me, not under his wing, but we were running. Then he started making me run. So when he's going for a run in the morning, so I started going for him. He's like, 5 miles? I was like, what? 5 miles? Are you crazy? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So then unconsciously, I kept doing what he's doing. At the point where he started, okay, let's get the ball now. We start. Then every summer, I showed up differently. It's funny. I left this field and started going up with this field next to them. Yeah.
So did you ever get up to the field where he was?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is the story of perseverance.
Yes.
That is the story of perseverance. Wow.
No club team. 1, parents couldn't afford it.
Right.
Number 2, no vehicle to take us there.
Right.
Number 3, we were considered the boat people. The Haitians then. Back in the 80s, there was a big movement, the boat people. That's why people were migrating here.
Yeah.
So people will make fun of you.
Yeah.
Oh, the Haitians thanks because they came here with the boat. In the boat, people would ask us, "How'd you come here?" What was it? We flew. It was like, "Oh, you have airplanes?" I was like, "Yeah." So there was a lack of education. So you have to go through all that stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of talented Haitian players or kids did not have the opportunity to play club.
Yeah. I think, go ahead.
In high school, in middle school, then we showed up. Yeah.
I think a lot of people who know you, it's because I'm thinking, like, you've trained hundreds and hundreds of kids that have, and then all these kids that have gone on to play at these next levels and stuff like that. I'm willing to bet that none of them know that story, and they don't know your history.
Not too many.
Not too many, right?
I say 99.9 doesn't know it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's just one that happens to be there accidentally that, you know what I mean, gets the story. So you go through all this, no club, you're playing in school. Do you go to the next level, play in college? Like, what's the largest stage that you had the opportunity to play on?
Well, I had the chance to actually be semi-professional. So I could have played professional because I felt like I was good enough to actually go ahead and play during the time. During the time, like when soccer first started in the United States and stuff like that. I felt like I was good enough. I was up to par because I was playing with professionals already. So, so I didn't even worry about it. When I see someone is touching the ball, moving the ball. And, just the only one thing I did not have and I felt insecure about is my height, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because all the guys that I saw, they were tall and they were, and I know I was as fit as them, but my height was an issue for me. You know what I mean? And so therefore, that was the only thing.
So basically, my dad wrote the book, The Easiest Fitness Book You've Never Read. He trains people. He wants people to get exercise. He really likes to make people healthy and keep them strong and go on a diet sometimes. And that's really helpful if people need to go on a diet and need to eat their fruits and vegetables and get strong. Like it says right here, boost your fitness journey. So he's trying to motivate people. I think the most important thing that you should know about my dad's book is that if you're not healthy, things can happen, and you don't want to always go to doctors and get shots like 24/7. Take the challenge, go for it, and try. If you push too much, stop. Follow the program. What he means by that is each day you're getting stronger and healthier. And people who don't think they're healthy, they should get this book. This is why my dad wants you to have it, because it's a fitness book. So right here it says, The Easiest Fitness Book You've Never Read. Go on Amazon.com and look up Pinkney Fitness. It goes Pinkney, Pinkney Fitness. And it'll be right there. Buy my dad's book on Amazon.com. The Easiest Fitness Book You've Never Read. Bye.
That's a big deal with COVID. What were we talking about? Where were we at?